Laura Moss, Mayor, City of Vero Beach. Good morning to the commissions. One factor that I have not heard addressed here today is the expectation of the community with regard to being able to weigh in on this issue in the form of a referendum. I plan to ask the city clerk to research this historically to see what has been promised perhaps in the past in the form of a referendum and giving the community the opportunity to speak specifically on this matter. But I'm wondering if at the moment anyone here is familiar with that history, perhaps Mr. Old or Mr. O'Connor, the history of the idea of a referendum. I have seen it in writing, but I'm wondering what else exists. Thank you.
The concept of a referendum has been discussed and has been discussed in relation to the stormwater utility. There is no obligation for a referendum, legally speaking, and I believe the conversation was that we could have one, we may have one, but I'm not sure there was ever any, I don't recall a commitment to a referendum.
Lastly, I'll point out to you, it has been discussed. I don't even like the word referendum, but it has been discussed. My position has been and has been, I was elected, have been elected, to make decisions of this sort. And I think City Council has the responsibility to do what's right for the public. I only tell you what my own personal position is. So anything else I can add, I'd be glad to. Thank you.
I'm not done. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Herb, would you be willing to consider amending your motion to allow the City Council, as part of the resolution, if it's passed, to undertake and evaluate the value of a referendum?
I don't think that needs to be in our motion. That's up to them. If they want to do it, they can do it. All we're doing is recommend they go ahead with it. What they do down the road, that's up to them. I don't think it needs to be in our motion.
Our role is for advising only, right? We're not taking action. We're making recommendations.
We have talked some about what other communities have done. And you should do what's best for your community and whatever the specifics are of a community. But a referendum is pretty much unheard of for this kind of thing. Just to weigh in on that.
If it's going to come down to government regulation, it's going to override any referendum that we may have held. I mean, whether it's passed or not, if the government says do it, we'll do it. The other thing I wanted to point out is that, it may be down the road, but I think we should think about the fact that humans are the only animal on this planet which foul their own nest. And we should try to avoid that for our own sake.
No, for the reasons I stated, I would vote for an ad valorem and with the recommendation for a referendum.
Okay, Mr. Brzezinski?
Yeah, aye.
Ms. Orcutt? Aye. Motion passes 6-1.
I'll follow with a motion from the Finance Committee to adopt recommendation 1, adopt recommendation 2, 1B, and to adopt the billing method for the utilities.
Any discussion?
You have a second?
Second.
Mr. Gorey?
Aye.
Mr. Brabant?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Bass?
Yes.
Welcome.
Mr. Gramadia?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.